It's time for growth for all the developers since the beginning of Microsoft Flight Simulator. With the introduction of the Cessna C182T as well as the M20 Ovation, Carenado welcomes the PA44 Seminole. But before we get further, welcome to the channel and don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the bell button for further notifications. Carenado, an excellent developer for planes, have revealed their PA44 Seminole very recently. This is actually quite an impressive plane that comes with a twin engine. It's well known for its smooth flights, cruise range and speed. Well, I have to admit that the stability of this plane was quite good after a nice afternoon flight on the west coast. It's a 180 × 2 horsepower prop plane that has a cruise speed of 160 knots. The speed and flight was well maintained when tried. Usually new planes are tricky during landings as we really don't know how well it can be managed. This was actually not a surprise as it landed quite well and without any double checking on the speed from my experience. I certainly believe that this can be a perfect companion for long flights as it can travel up to 915 nautical miles with a capacity of about 4 passengers. The design is a classic with large fuel tanks and quite efficient that can be an ideal flight for an entry point to a dual-engine aircraft. The modeling work at Carenado is quite well planned. It uses good quality textures, it's custom made as well as uses default avionics. It felt quite realistic with flight dynamics along with the sound of it. It looks like this specific model has been tested very well by the pilots themselves to ensure that there is good accuracy to be delivered to the simulator. This is quite an impressive project from Carenado, and these are the types of developers Microsoft and Asobo would need to go forward with their quality products under Marketplace add-ons. Currently, the Marketplace sells this product for $24.99, which is definitely quite a price. But this is certainly worth it if you are a fan of the PA44. It comes along with the Garmin GNS 530, which is a sibling of the GNS 430 with good integrated avionics as well as multitasking functions. It comes with custom S-Tech 55 autopilot system. These are good systems that are high performance autopilot based which can manage full IFR capacities. Also the KX165 which comes as a default with nav2 as well as com2 of course. Both the nav and com frequencies display on these units and you can set up en route for approach frequency changeovers well in advance of your actual transition point of ATC handoff sequence. This can help you with the purpose of staying ahead during flight management. The default BR87 ADF, custom BKKN64 as well as default G330 transponders are included. The sound effects for the engine are quite realistic. As mentioned earlier, real pilots have worked along to develop this model to ensure that it looks, feels and performs quite realistically. It was phenomenal to experience this model on a personal level. Imagine this, not only the engine sounds but also the knobs, switches, buttons and several other elements have true sounds. So there's definitely a lot of work involved in preparation of this specific model. When it comes to the performance, the weight, balance, dynamics and the physics, it really felt good. The textures have been well taken care of, which include physically based rendering materials that have been used quite well. It was quite immersive with the takeoff, run and landing movement effects. There was some rolling towards the flight for an instance. The cosmetic areas of the plane were interesting as it had gauge reflections, window scratches and shines on the blade. The quality of the model overall felt worth it as it was high quality 3D textures. It is essential to understand that the level of commitment the developers are ready to give because they get constant feedback from the community and this can always help them gain better understanding of what to expect when they develop a certain model. Mind you guys, this is still the beginning and Carenado has already delivered 3 planes. With the weeks going by, we shouldn't be surprised to see many more models coming into the marketplace. The first 3 models are actually quite a success for Carenado, and I can't be more elated towards the PA44 Seminole because it's a beautiful plane. From light planes to wide body jets, you can certainly expect to see highly detailed and accurate models under Microsoft Flight Simulator, specifically under Carenado. Carenado is basically a software development company which has been there in the business for quite some time. This creates a lot of add-ons and expansion packs for different simulators, not just Microsoft Flight Simulator. This also include X-Plane, Prepare 3D and many more. They focus mainly on aviation sectors that create high quality aviation aircrafts that have been widely utilized in different simulators. The main purpose of Carenado is to bring high quality products, and this is exactly what Microsoft and Asobo need to strengthen their base more further. Honestly, this platform has given varieties of opportunities in different parts of the world. And we have developers like Carenado, Orbix, Flight Simulations and many more trying to team across the world to make this simulator to be the most engaging product. Right now we have more than 1 million users. It's quite hard to imagine with just the beginning of the simulator's release we have 1 million users. A couple of years down the lane, we're gonna expect multi-million users in this product. When the developers experience more sales, more revenue comes in, and that's when it improves and gets the game better. Because they can always focus on improving the quality of the product by investing heavily on research and developments with better tools. So this is definitely a start to see 1 million users in Microsoft Flight Simulator just in the beginning. And that is definitely where the demand rises, and these are the developers we really need to ensure that Microsoft Flight Simulator could be a much stronger product who can deliver an exceptional experience in flight simulation. So far, specifically under the aircrafts add-ons, there are 9 aircrafts that have been released. 56 aircrafts have been announced and 20 more aircrafts are right now under the process of development. We're going to expect to see 85 total aircrafts that will be available in the coming weeks under Microsoft Flight Simulator. So stick around, the excitement is going to grow further and further. I was given an opportunity to try all 3 planes from Carenado, which is the Cessna C182T, the M20 Ovation, as well as the PA44 Seminole. And I have to say that the PA44 was my favorite. It was smooth, it was stable, and it was brilliant at takeoffs and landings. That's exactly what I hope for, to have a smooth flight across the world. Well, that is pretty much up for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe for further notifications in this regard. Do leave a like if you like this video, as this can always make a difference to me. I hope you have a good rest of the day and stay tuned.